Okay, we'll start from the get-go. The steering box is right here.
Okay.
It is mounted to the frame.
Wait, I don't see a box.
Right here.
It's that round thing.
It's not a box. It looks like a circle.
It's a box.
It looks like a cylinder.
It's a steering box.
Right.
It is mounted to the frame.
Okay.
All nuts and bolts are present and tight.
Okay.
The hoses are not cut, shaped, or leaking. The equipment arm is right here. This thing.
Okay. All right.
Drag link. Goes clear to here.
Okay.
To the steering knuckle. To the tie rod ends.
Okay.
Tie rod ends right here.
All right.
All steering components have quarter keys. See right there?
Mm-hmm.
That locks the nut on there so it cannot back off.
Okay.
This is a joint and a socket. You can see it's got a greaser, so that's called a joint and socket. They are well lubed and not warm. Okay?
I'm like, wait a second, Larry. That's not what I memorized.
Then here is your axle. Right here.
Uh-huh.
Here's your U-bolts. See, they're right.
Yeah.
U-shaped. They hold the spring to the axle.
All right.
These shocks are right here.
Oh, yeah. That's like
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All nuts and bolts are present and tight, and so are the bushings.
What are
What are
bushings?
bushings?
We're all, it's like a big
Bushings
conversation.
are right over here.
I trim them at home.
Right here is bushings. They are rubber.
Wait,
Okay.
See
what
that?
is it?
This
Yeah.
is the bushing then, right
Yeah,
here.
see that rubber?
And what is it?
It's just like a rubber
It's just a
seal,
connector
basically.
thingy?
It's a half of two halves come together like two donuts, and you hold it tight.
Okay.
Then we're
So it
bushings.
just connects it, holds it all together.
Yes. No wall.
So is it different than like a big nut?
Well, it's
Big
rubber.
nut hole.
Oh, it's like when you have a hose and you have a little ring inside, a little rubber
Oh, okay.
rings inside.
Yeah,
So
it
when you
actually holds
tie
it
it
Connect
steady.
two hoses. All right, gotcha.
Okay. Here's your springs.
Yep.
Right here. There's no
Those are the leaf
missing.
springs, right?
Leaf springs.
Yep.
There's no shifted, missing, cracked, or loose springs.
Okay.
Your U-bolts hold them tight to the axle. Here is your hanger. Your hanger is mounted to the frame. It has bushings in it. See what bushings right here?
Uh-huh.
Where that bolt goes to? And so is your springs. Springs have bushings. Anytime you got a bolt going through,
Uh-huh.
there's bushings.
So the springs and the shock absorber have bushings.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing else in the whole bus has a bushing.
What is that white thing?
That's a filter. You don't need to know that. So then we need to come around here. Back. Oops. Careful. What it is. Yeah. You stall girls don't have to worry about that. Okay. So here is, I'll come around here and see. Right here is your brake chamber, right here. See that round thing?
Yeah. And I see the C-clamp.
See that C-clamp right there? The C-clamp is on and is tight. The brake chamber is mounted securely to that bracket.
Okay.
There's no damage to it. Okay? Here is your
So
push
the brake
rod.
chamber's not, it's not the frame or the axle, it's just
No.
a bracket.
It's mounted to a bracket and there's no damage.
Okay.
Here is your push rod, right here. It
Uh-huh.
comes out of there and moves your slack adjuster, right here. The push rod has clevis and Carter keys.
Okay.
This moves no more than 1 inch when pulled by hand with the brakes off.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you guys do that? Do you test it periodically? I mean,
Now we just break.
we just read it.
Yeah. Yeah, we just break.
Okay.
Here is your slack adjuster. There's no damage to it or missing parts. It's well lubed. Okay? It goes into your brake shoes, which are right here. See that? Can't turn the wheel because it's sitting on here, but here's your brake shoes. Okay? Here's your brake drum. That big thing. The shoes are tapered. See how they get skinny here? And they're fat there? They get skinny? That's so they won't chatter, but you don't need to know that. But all brake shoes are tapered. There is no oil or grease on them and no cracks. The brake drum, right here, that big piece of metal, there is no grease or oil or weld marks. Okay? You can't weld cast. That's cast because it's breaking it. Okay? So now we can come out here. And you see your brake drum right here again.
Uh-huh.
Alright? There is an outer wheel seal and an inner wheel seal. Well, you have
Are those the grease seals?
grease seals.
Okay.
None of them are leaking because there ain't no oil on the brake shoes or the drums.
Okay.
Okay? So now we'll do the wheel. This piece. The wheel is not bent or damaged, and there's no weld marks on it. Because,
Okay, so what is this though? Is that just rust? It
That-
looks like
yeah,
it'll help me
just
remember
rust.
weld.
just a little bit rough.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and then you got all your lug nuts right here. All of them, just not one, all of them are present and tight.
Okay.
There is no, you see an oblong
What's an uneven
hole right here? If it's loose, it works, right?
Okay.
If it works back and forth, it makes a bigger hole.
Larry, what's an uneven
That's
hole?
what he's saying right there.
What was it?
If it's all of them are loose, then the wheel will go back and forth
So
when you
then
put on the brakes
The hole that the lug nuts go
and make a
in,
bigger hole.
And so if it's loose, it's gonna make the hole that holds the lug nuts a little bit bigger. Yeah, yeah, not those big ones that I used to remember.
And you will have no rust trails.
Right.
If the lug nut is loose and there's water under it, it'll make a rust trail. You've seen some of them on the side of buses, like right here.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a rust trail.
okay.
Okay? And now we'll do the tire. The tire is worn evenly. The tread is more than 4/32. It's about 16. It is not a recap. Can't run recaps on the front.
Is that the same thing as retread?
Yes.
Okay.
It's worn evenly. This tire, there's no gouges or cuts out of the tread or the sidewalks. And it's got 100 pounds of air, and it has a valve stem and a valve cap, which, you want to take a picture of that, okay?
G.
I'm coming.
See? That right there, you gotta say.
It's missing, right?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
I don't see. Okay.
I thought it was missing a cap.
No, that's a special cap. You don't have to take them off, put air in them.
Alrighty.
So, cap and valve stems in place, and there is 100 pounds of air in this tire. Mud flaps are tight, they're not tore. The frame is not bent, damaged, or welded.
Where is the frame again?
Right here.
Okay.
It goes from the front, that's the body. Here's the frame.
Okay, and there's two sides to it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, on both sides.
Yeah. Here's your frame.
Uh-huh.
And these are the cross members.
Right here's the cross members. That's
Ah,
what holds
okay.
the frame in place.
All right.
Without
Yeah.
that, they just fall over. so you got them everywhere.
Okay.
Okay? So your frame is not damaged or welded. All cross members are present and tight.
Okay,
Okay?
mm-hmm,
That's it.
okay, I'm done.
Okay, now we got the drive shaft.
Yep.
It goes from the rear diff. There's a section, there's a section, there's a section, there's a section.
Okay.
Each,
The drive shaft like connects the wheels
yeah, to the rear diff.
as you're turning. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what holds up the drive shaft is carrier bearings. This thing. It holds up the whole drive shaft.
Okay. And where are the universal joints?
Universal joints right here.
What
So when
makes
it's
it a-
driving, that thing is spinning, right?
What makes a universal joint?
Work.
I mean, what's that mean?